Hi, this is Todd Oldtoff from toddoldtoff.com coming back at you with another screencast. In this week, we're going to take a look at the iPhone and how do you back up and restore your iPhone. There are times when you're using your iPhone where maybe something will go wrong, and so doing a complete erase is maybe one of the only ways that you can get the operating system restored to factory defaults before you make that fix happen. Or maybe you're looking at upgrading to the newest iPhone or iOS device and you want to wipe that device and have it ready to sell, but you want to be able to have all of your data on the new device that you're going to be getting. So I just wanted to walk you through how to do that. Now, there are a couple of ways that we can make that happen. The first is actually on the iPhone itself, and what we're going to do is I just want to show you, first of all, how to set up your backup, because if you don't have a backup, then all of your settings will disappear when we do this method. So I just want to walk you through that. So one of the first ways you can do a backup is if you just tap on settings and go into the settings area here, and you go into settings, and you're going to want to do a backup of your phone. Now, to do that, you want to go down to your iCloud here and go into your iCloud account, and you want to go to backup. And there you'll see your iCloud backups there, and you can see the backup now button. You can see mine was backed up yesterday. Let me just tap backup for a minute. You tap that backup button and it will actually start your backup. And so you'll want to wait until that finishes then before we go to the various steps to actually have the iPhone restored and put back where we want it as we erase it. So I'm going to let this go ahead and run, and once it's finished doing its backup, then I'm going to come back and I'll show you another method of being able to back up your iPhone so that it's ready for the erase and also to be able to restore it later as well. Okay, so my backup is finished, and as you can see here, I've got my latest backup. It's all set and ready to go. Let me just kind of go back to the home screen here. Now, one of the things we need to do is I want to just show you another way to be able to back up your iPhone, and that is using iTunes. So let me just pull iTunes up here. Now, when you connect your iPhone to iTunes, then you go to the actual iPhone screen here, and you've got a summary of all the information that's on your iPhone. And you can see here that I'm automatically backing up to iCloud, and that's what we just did, instead of just backing up to the computer. But if I wanted to, I could make a manual backup and restore file to this computer for my iPhone. I can also check for backups here and do restores and all of that. So let's just go ahead and do a backup to this computer. And it says, again, there's apps on your iPhone that are not in your iTunes library. Do you want to back up these apps from your iPhone? Now, basically, if you don't back these apps up to your actual iTunes library, they're not going to be restored when you actually try to restore from your backup. So you would click Backup Apps so that it would basically back up all the applications you've got. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Now, it says there's purchases that are not in your iTunes library. Would you like to transfer those purchases? And again, they won't be restored unless they're in your library. So I'm going to say transfer purchases as well. And then it's going to start its syncing and backup process. You can see I've got the gear turning here, and you can see it's starting to wait for sync to start. And the nice thing in the iTunes window is it does walk you through the process of what it's doing in each of the different steps. It'll tell you there now it's doing its backup as it's doing its sync. And so it's in step 2. And so it's going to walk through these different 4-step processes to get everything where it needs to be so that you've got an extra backup now of your iPhone, so that you'll have it both on your iTunes account and on your iCloud account. So I'm going to go ahead and let that run and do its thing, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like once it's all backed up. Okay, here we are on the other side, and you can see my backup is done now. You can see my latest backups. It shows me that I've got an iCloud backup, and I've got a backup to this computer as well. Now, if you wanted to get an idea of where those backups are, let me just come up here to iTunes Preferences. And in the Preferences, you go to your devices, and you can see there's my iPhone, and you can see it shows that I've got a backup right there. I can delete the backup from here if I want to. Or if I just Control-click on this backup here, and I can say Show in Finder, and it'll show me where the backup is. And so you can see it's in my Library folder, Application Support, Mobile Sync, and then the Backup folder. And that'll let you kind of know where it's at, and you can get an idea of the size and all of that information. As you can see, it's not very helpful information because it's all in a database format. But it will allow you to restore your iPhone if you need to do that. So let me just close that down and say OK to this. So that gives you an idea on the backups. Now what I want to do is we're going to go over to my iPhone, and we will start the reset process. Okay, here we are back over on the iPhone. And so now that we've got our backups taken care of, we're safe now to go ahead and do the erase of our iPhone. And so what you want to do is go into Settings, so just tap Settings, and you want to go down here to General. And then once you're inside General, inside that menu, you want to scroll down to the bottom to where it says Reset. You want to tap on Reset. And as you can see here, these are the different options we have to reset your iPhone. The first one is to reset all of the settings, and those are the basic settings that are on your iPhone. Usually in the Settings menu, it'll put all of those back to the regular factory settings. You have Erase All Content in Settings, which is basically going to take your iPhone and put it back to the factory reset, just as if you had gotten a brand new iPhone. It's going to erase everything on it and return it to you just like you would have gotten it when you got it out of the box the first time. Then you have the Reset Network Settings, where you can actually tweak the network settings back to their original settings. And you can do the same for the keyboard dictionary, the home screen layout, and location and privacy settings. And you can put those all back to their default settings. In this case, we want to do the Erase All Content because that's what we're after. So we're going to tap the Erase All Content in Settings. And now it's going to ask us to enter our passcode. And so let me just put that in right now. Okay, now that I've got that in there, I just tap Done. And it's going to just bring me up this little reminder saying, hey, it's going to delete all the media and data and reset all the settings. Are you sure you want to do that? So we're going to tap Erase iPhone, and then it's going to warn us a second time, just going, hey, you can't undo this. Once you do this, you don't have a good backup, everything's gone. And so that's why we did the backup part. So we've done our backup, so we're going to tap Erase iPhone. And then what it's going to do is it's just going to ask us to enter our Apple ID password so that it will basically remove this iPhone from our account so that it doesn't cause any confusion, so that if you did sell the iPhone, it wouldn't be stuck tethered to your iCloud account and then cause problems for whoever bought it from you. Okay, so we're going to put in our iCloud password here. Okay, once I have that in there, now I'm just going to tap Erase. Okay, and now it's going to start the install process. And so once this is done, you'll have a clean install of your iPhone with iOS 8 on the other side. Now, hopefully that helps you understand how to reset your iPhone. And for those of you that may be looking at selling your iPhone, this is the way to clean it before you sell it. Or for those of you that just maybe want to start over with a clean install, you can do that as well. So that's all I have for this week. I'll be back at you next week with another screencast to help you learn how to do more things with your Mac.